Testing. Hey, mic is on. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Hold on, I'm just getting some things set up. Turn that down. Was having some bitrate issues just a hot second ago. I don't know. I gotta get in the habit maybe of just like killing my router before I stream. All right. Close the Twitter feed. Look at this map. Look at this hot mess of a map here we're gonna mess around with. Yeah. Happy Friday. Welcome to anybody who's joining. We are going today to attempt, so I've been, well, okay. Yeah. We're going to attempt to work through the PostGIS tutorial. So on the PostGIS, oh no, bitrate down again. On the PostGIS homepage, oh no. Yeah, anyway. Are we green? Now we're green. Now we got 9K bitrate. Now we got 6. Come on, OBS, don't do this to me. All right, maybe that's stabilizing. Anyway, sorry about that. On the PostGIS webpage, there's this really interesting tutorial where you go through like learning about PostGIS and like spatial SQL and stuff like that, and they have this data set that has a bunch of New York City stuff in it. So it has like census blocks and subways, streets, neighborhoods. It has homicides. It has like a collection of like some, I guess, murders data set that's in there that they work with. And I think, so the premise today, I think that I have gotten to the point that I have enough stuff in this BigQuery interface that we actually might be able to do it, and including the biggest thing that I worked on a bunch like off stream between last week and now is like I basically got a thing that would let this get synced into BigQuery. So I spent some time earlier today to just like upload all this because I had to upload a bunch of files to get them into this data set, and I was able to basically, I have a thing now where you can sync this in. And it'll go in BigQuery and create a data set and everything. So we have that. We have the query runner. So here's this thing that we've been working on for a few weeks now, to be able to like live run queries through BigQuery and have them get turned into geo results. And then I think in theory with those two, it's like enough to actually do some cool process stuff here. So what I want to do today, I'm going to mess around with that. I'm probably not going to write too much code today, just because I'm going to be writing SQL. I guess SQL is code. Yeah, but I'm going to probably not be like working on the app too much today. I'm going to be like working through this thing and seeing if it's even like if I basically have all the features that are needed to do it, and then taking notes on like what things are clunky or could be improved or whatever that feature request / improvements, is a big thing to keep track of as I go. So I'm gonna work on some of that a little bit. Let's see here. All right, cool. So let's I don't know. Let's dig in. So this is this thing. And a lot of this stuff is not going to be relevant exactly, like, PostGIS version, we're not going to have that. There's some notes, functions. Yeah, we'll have a lot of functions. Okay, this is just about the formatting. Okay, so we don't really not too worried about that. Sections are designed to be progressive. Yeah, it's just like a tutorial. You just like work through in steps. What is a spatial database? That's cool. PostGIS is, Oracle Spatial and SQL Server have spatial stuff. BigQuery is. BigQuery has geography type, and you can do spatial stuff with it. We don't really have indexing, so that's like the one thing that'll be interesting from this tutorial is like anything obviously that's about indexing doesn't really apply here because this is just like a big old fat scan data type of situation. But that's all right. GIS, yeah. First generation GIS implementation. I don't know what that means exactly, but like, is that just mean like ArcGIS, like people that are poking around in desktop apps? I don't know. Yeah, spatial databases, yeah. Cool. So what we have is Contour will let you load it into a map that you can into like a data set that you can share and you can visualize and edit and stuff like that. I actually was doing this earlier and I was finding some cases where there was like bad data, like let's see, some of the neighborhood polygons that they have are like kind of screwy, like this this weird like polygon in Brooklyn that's like they made the neighborhood polygon for Red Hook be like be this weird chopped up thing like along the waterfront down there. So anyway, so yeah, we can get in here, you can edit, that's cool, and now we can sync over into BigQuery, which is cool. What is PostGIS? Yeah, okay, so this stuff doesn't really apply, obviously. Why not shapefiles? Yeah, good question, because they're freaking annoying. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, history of PostGIS, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever, don't really care. Yeah, and then this is all the business about installing it. This is not relevant. Creating a database, we don't really have to do that. Because I guess that's really what Contour is doing in the background. And loading data, we already have this all loaded actually. So yeah, there's 5. Wait, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 5 data sets that in the download. Like if you go on this thing, there's like a zip bundle you can get that has the shapefiles in it, and so it's like streets, neighborhoods, subways, homicides. Oh man, my bit right down again. Okay, gotta get back up there. Yeah, so I have those loaded in here. Some of them are pretty, like, they're not huge because the area, the like region is pretty constrained, but there's like a lot of data for sure. So like the streets obviously has a lot of data. The Census Blocks has a lot of data. That one takes a minute to load in. Yeah, they're kind of cool looking actually. Wait, is there a Statue of Liberty census block? Yeah, block ID, blah, 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 blah. Wow, who are the two Asian people that are purported to live on the Statue of Liberty? I would like to know more about that. That'll be an interesting query to look at later, maybe like what are the lowest ones by population. Anyway, so I have those loaded in here, and this page will like let you visualize it, just like get vector tiles and view it on the map. Shapefiles, okay. Okay, so then a whole nother section that doesn't apply to us is like SRID stuff. So anything around, yeah, sorry. So in BigQuery, everything is just geography. Everything is like point on spherical Earth, lat long kind of situation. So that's all we got there. All right, whatever. Yeah, we don't really have to worry about projections. Oh yeah, here's stuff about the data. Oh my god, my fucking thing is cratered. Sorry, my bitrate is just up and down. It's like it's like bouncing between like 15 megs and then down to like 2,000 or something. God, that is not good. Very interesting. All right, pray for us here. Oh wow, there's a interesting little rendering. Oh, percentage. Oh, interesting. Sorry, I don't know what I'm gonna do here if this freaking network connection keeps going out on me. So we have the census blocks. That's just like government census data. We got the neighborhoods. I don't know where they got these from, but they're just like some random neighborhood polygons. The neighborhood polygons are of extremely varying quality. Like they're, a lot of them are missing. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that's funny. Some of them are I don't know, what is this one? What should be here? I don't even know what neighborhood this is missing. I think they're missing like Greenpoint or something. Yeah, no Greenpoint. So that's a little screwy, but neighborhoods are in there. Streets we looked at a little bit. There are just a lot of them. What do they got? Name. Is it one way? What's the type? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I don't have this file. NY Census Socio Data. That wasn't actually in the dump that I got, so I might have to come back to that one and load it in or something. All right, anyway, all right, so let's give it a go. There we go. So we got names. So then the biggest thing, the biggest thing that's obviously very different is the naming of the tables has to change a lot. So we have, like in BigQuery, you have to do project name and then data set name and then table name. And so the project for these is always contoured prod, and then, then the naming convention is it's contour underscore username underscore collection name, and then table name, obviously. So all the things around that are going to be different. Let me see here. Yeah, okay. So that's one difference. And then the other difference, the other big difference is the way that these are getting loaded is I can actually pull this up. I can actually look at one. What is this? Neighborhoods? Yeah. So the contour convention is that it treats them basically as Geojson. So everything, oh my God, what the fuck? Why is this loading me? Okay, sure. Log in. Oh my God, I have to log in. All right, I guess my auth expired there or something. Okay, right. So this thing, the schema here is that it treats everything as GeoJSON. So it's ID, key, and then it has geometry. Like it's as if this were just a GeoJSON feature. So the geography column is called geometry, as it would be in a GeoJSON feature, and then all the stuff goes in properties. So it's like properties.name, properties.borough name. So where they have them as top level columns, we're going to have them as properties. So anyway, we can just do it. So we would be like properties dot name from tutorial NYC neighborhoods. And this should give us, oh, whoops. I wrote that wrong. Select properties.name from. Okay, this is going to be a lot of that. A lot of live flailing through SQL. And there we go. Auburndale, never heard of that. Yeah, okay. Jackson Heights, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, select. So there's basic SQL stuff. So select name from, let's get all the ones in Brooklyn. Select properties.name from neighborhoods where properties.borough name equals Brooklyn. Okay, and that's cool, but then what'll be more interesting is if we get the geometry from that, we can actually see it, I think. Yeah, sorry, this is going to zoom us way over there. Take us to New York City. Okay, there you go. There's all the ones that are labeled as Brooklyn, so that's cool. And you can see, yeah, for some reason we have this giant hole in the middle. We have nothing in Brooklyn Heights, and so those ones are just missing from the data set. We could fix that later, maybe. Okay. Car length. I think we have car length. Do we have car length in BigQuery? So then the other thing that'll be interesting as we go through here is this stuff has to all get this stuff all is going to have to get translated over to like BigQuery SQL. So any place where it has PostGIS stuff, that obviously won't work. So we'll have to change it over. So yeah, this is not very interesting, but there's the character length and the names. All right. So then they talk about doing average. I think we probably have average. if I get rid of Brooklyn. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, I guess that's interesting. So I guess BigQuery doesn't do what, like at least in PostGIS, if you just run a function, it will usually name that column by the function. So this would be called average. So I guess here you just get F0 underscore, which is not quite as nice, but. All right, yeah, there we go, average, yeah. And they had 11 at 7. So one other thing that's funny is like what I was saying about some of these neighborhoods are kind of screwy. Like some of the neighborhood polygons are kind of messed up. I remember I was looking at some of them before. Yeah, like stuff like this. I think this has like a self intersection. Yeah, if you look really closely, this like crosses itself, and so BigQuery actually rejects that. BigQuery doesn't consider that valid, and so I had to drop a few of them get dropped on the import, and so that's why some of the numbers, like some of the results, don't match up exactly. But anyway, that's cool. Okay, they're doing groups, they're doing standard deviation, all that stuff. That's fine. We're summing. Yeah, I'm not going to do too much of these in detail just because I want to get into the spatial stuff, but we could do this. So this is census blocks. Select, let's see, sum total. Oh, okay, there's going to be another catch here, unfortunately. As pop from .nyc census blocks, where let's just get all of them, get the total. Okay, so this is not going to work because one of the other things I haven't fixed yet is I just have strings. Like right now when I'm well, that won't work for two reasons. Properties. Yeah, when I export stuff into BigQuery, also I wonder, is this like super tiny? Yeah. Let me blow it up a little bit, even though that looks kind of janky. Yeah, when I'm exporting into BigQuery for now, I'm not handling the types of all the different things besides the geography and the properties, or just like a big string map. So I'm gonna have to cast these basically. They're just in there as strings. I think what you do is cast has int 64. I had to do this earlier. Let's see, what does it say from the total population of New York City? $8 million or so, which seems about right. And the other thing that is really neat, and I'm going to check some as we go, is if you, so this is a feature I don't have, but in BigQuery, if you paste, in the BigQuery core UI, if you paste a query, or if you just enter a query, it will run and tell you the estimate of how much it'll process. And that, so, you know, in BigQuery, you pay based on how much data you scan, which I can talk about that more later, but that's kind of the core model. And then, but it's actually free to do the estimate. So this process of running whatever it just ran to tell you the estimate of the scan is free. And you can it'll do that whenever, like if you type, you know, and you finish typing, it'll run that and tell you. So sometimes I'll check those out and see. That's a good note, I guess, for self. Would be cool to have the scan and estimate the estimated scan size, like in the core BQ console. That would be cool to have. Okay, so let's continue. So we got population, and then they did. Can you see the table schema in the app? What's up, Brad, but not bad? How are you doing? You cannot. That's another good one. Yeah, like some kind of way to browse schema, or at least link to the BigQuery data set, maybe. Yeah, you can't. So the best way to see it is like to actually open this up and like click on it, you know. Sorry, this is loading. Which one is it? Tutorial. Yeah, anyway, what was I querying? Census blocks? Yeah, this would be... So what do we got here? Huh. This should usually... Oh, there it is. It's just slow to load. Yeah, yeah. So here's what we got. All these things. Boy, my network is not really being happy today. Yeah, so that's a good idea. Some way to browse the schema, or at least link to the BigQuery dataset. I think, yeah, another point on that is like I should really show, it would be good to see on this page, like if you're looking at the project, should tell you somehow like if it's synced or not and like what the status is. Show BQ sync status on collection show page. Yeah, something like that would be great. All right, where were we? So this one is neat. Yeah, like whether it's been synced, because like just like if you just go in here, like not everything that's in here has actually been synced to BigQuery, you know. So here's just like, what is this one? Yeah, here's some random stuff, and what I basically added is like a feature where you can come in here and be like sync it, and it'll run it in the background and do your stuff. And so for ones that have been synced, it would be cool to have like a little badge, I don't know, somewhere in here or something like that. All right, so that's our total pop. And then what are they counting? They're counting percent white. So they're saying for each borough, I guess what I should really do is I should hide these. I should somehow hide the answer until I look at the question or whatever. For each borough, what percentage is white? And so they do over sum of cast population white. That would be that over total. And then for each borough, so that would be a group by properties. Stop borough name. Oh wait, and I should get the borough name. Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about this properties thing. Like I kept it because it was simple, just to make it be like Geojson, but it might, I don't know, it might be nicer to hoist them to the top level. So like anything that is a property, I could just hoist it up and put it at the same level as the geometry and stuff. That might be nicer. The reason I didn't do it is because then you get into questions about like collision. Like if somebody had a property that was called ID, you would have to like rename it or drop it or something. I don't know. I have to think about how to handle that. Maybe you would just put like a underscore, because it does get a little annoying to write properties everywhere. Oh yeah, and that's, get out of here, sidebar. Handle non-string property types without casting. Yeah, that would be good as well. All right. So yeah, here we go. Let's see, which one is the most white? Is Manhattan. Oh, Staten Island. Oh yeah. Staten Island is the most white, followed by Manhattan, followed by Brooklyn, then Queens, then the Bronx. That is, I guess, about what I would have guessed, except I didn't think I just forget that Staten Island even exists. All right, next. Oh yeah, so here's all the business about geometries. I'm not going to do too much on this. They have a data set, but you know, BigQuery has, what is the, let's see, select, I don't know, we'll get into it a bunch, like stgeog. I have to look up the functions. Geog point, let's see, NYC lat long. So that's what, negative 74 40.7, negative 74 even point. So they have all these functions for building for building geometries and stuff like that. Let's see what this gives us. Yeah, okay. I look right in the river. Sorry, it's kind of annoying with these two side by side, but that's good. Yeah, geometry type. Do we have that? Geometry type? No. So this is I have the manual for the BigQuery functions pulled up. The GIS functions, I mean. Num points. I'm surprised they don't have a type, like to tell you what kind of if it's like a polygon or something like that. I guess they don't have that. Intersects, box, X, Y. Collection. Snap to grid. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay. Points. Line strings. Length. Do you have a length? They must have length. Length, yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. Let's try a length on the st length. Oh, let me get this. This is definitely the most annoying part, is having to have these table names or like whatever. I don't know how to make that better, but it would be great if you didn't have to remember like what this long thing was. Select st length geometry from NYC streets, maybe. I don't know, limit 10. And let's get, I guess if I get that as length and I get the geometry, that should give me, like, should put them in Geojson. Oh. Oh, whoops, I didn't put from. Oh yeah, the other thing that I've known, oh man, oh well, there's a long one, yeah. The other thing that I really need is I don't have any kind of like click. Click to show details / properties on map and pop up for query results. Yeah, because like right now you get this back, but it's not like there's no way to click this and say like, oh, it's this one or whatever. But anyway, I'm curious, what does this one scan? I wonder how big that table is. 3.4 megs. Okay, so that's not tiny, but it's not huge. Let's do this. Let's order by length, descending. Let's get the 10 longest streets. There we go. Is this, oh yeah. I mean, this is a little bit like, yeah, that's funny. Those are long streets. This is a little bit imperfect because it's obviously very dependent on how the geometries are broken up. Like if you look at these, a lot of the streets are like separated in, you know, single block segments or whatever. So anyway, that's not maybe the most accurate thing, but it's kind of cool to see that it works. All right, geometries, polygons, yeah. BigQuery is pretty, well, I don't know, it's like stricter than PostGIS about like stuff it'll load in, so it'll reject like, you know, what did I run into? I ran into the thing, it'll reject polygons that cross themselves, it'll reject line strings that don't have, what is it? It rejected line strings that didn't have two distinct points. Like if you had a line string and the start and the end point were the same, it rejected that, you know. Okay, we don't have STSRID stuff, which is fine with me. I personally don't really care that much. I know that's GIS blasphemy, but whatever. All right, man, looks like my bitrate is holding stable now. I guess I shouldn't say anything and jinx it, but let's hope that comes up. Okay, geometry exercises. Geometry type, I don't think we have that, which is unfortunate, but I wonder if you could make a geometry type like UDF based on the GeoJSON or something. I don't know how you would do it. Perimeter. Okay. What is the area of the West Village neighborhood? Okay, so we have, I'm pretty sure we have ST area as area, geometry from NYC neighborhoods. This is cool. Oh, the other thing I should fix is this. This thing doesn't work. Query history / restore. God, I hate that. Oh no. All right, what was I doing? From NYC neighborhoods, where properties dot name. I guess if I even if I left it nested, if I at least named it props, that would even be mildly better, I guess. Properties dot name equals West Village. Let's see. Oh man, see, you can't even see that. Oh. 104. Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, nice. Excellent. What is the area of Manhattan in acres? Sorry, it's hard to scroll this without... You guys probably can't even see this, can you? Is it even like legible? Maybe I'll make it a little wider. What's the area of Manhattan in acres? I don't really care about acres. Oh, divide by 4047. But if you, I mean, I guess if you just sum the area of all the census blocks or the area of all the neighborhoods, except that the neighborhoods are screwy because some of them are missing. But select sum st area as area from NYC neighborhoods. Let's just get all of them. So that would be meters, and let's do, what do they say, divide by 4047. Area in acres. I see 160,000. Is that possible? Oh no, that is not possible. Oh, oh right, Manhattan. Duh. Oh, okay. That's the part I wasn't, that's why they're saying this about borough name. Where properties dot borough name equals Manhattan. 13956. Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, excellent. So they did it off of neighborhood. I did it off of neighborhoods, or they did it off of census blocks. What's this one? 116 KB. See, I mean, that's pretty cool, like, to be honest, because you could you could literally run this query all day long and you will never even use up more than the 5 terabytes of like free that they give you a month, you know. So that is pretty nifty, to be honest. How many census blocks in New York City have a hole in them? That's interesting. So the census blocks are polygons. ST dimension. What is ST dimension? I don't know. An empty tree. I don't know what function I would use to do that. Dimension of polygon is 2. Okay. Let me think about that. Yeah, so here's the deal. This stuff is like obviously just way more limited than PostGIS, so we might just skip some of that. Difference, dump, intersection, simplify, endpoints. Let's see, what do they say to do in PostGIS? Num interior rings. BigQuery, GIS, num interior rings. They probably don't have that. Yeah, so that's a bummer. Yeah, I wonder, I know you can, I actually don't even know, like BigQuery UDFs. I know you can make UDFs, but I don't know anything about them. I think you can write them in JavaScript. Yeah, I wonder. One thing that's interesting is I wonder if you can get the. If you get it as GeoJSON, like I'm wondering if you could get it as GeoJSON and have it be like structured JSON, like a nested struct, rather than a string. Because I think that's not what you get. I think what you'll get here is a string. Select st as GeoJSON geometry. Limit 1. Oops. Let's do it from the streets, because that will be big. Yeah, that's just a string. So that's interesting. Interesting. I don't know. We'll come back to that. So we can't do that one. I guess maybe I'll make a notes section for that. Notes. Stuff from PostGIS that is missing. st num interior rings. I feel like you should be able to have that. All right, what is the total length of streets in kilometers in New York City? Well, that's easy. We can just sum them all. Oops. Oh god, I didn't even finish writing that query. Geometry. Parse the string. Yeah, can you even parse JSON? Parse JSON. I don't even know if you can, or like what you would get out of it. Oh wow, it does. You can do like JSON query. Wow. Oh look, there it is. Wait. That's actually, okay, hold on. Actually, you could maybe do this then. Let's do it on neighborhoods. Select st as GeoJSON geometry from, actually no, let's do it on census blocks because it'll be so much, the geometries will be smaller even though the data is bigger. NYC census blocks. I wish I could fit more of this on the screen somehow, but limit 1. Okay, JSON query. JSON query. What is $? Oh, JSON path characters. What? Oh, $. The root. Oh. $. Dot. So this would be geometry coordinates. Does this work? Oh no. Oh, whoops. Null. Null. What do you get if you just do $? This is super confusing. Oh. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you don't have to say geometry because it already is geometry because it's already nested in the feature. So it's coordinates. Yep, that'll do it. And then you could, use that same thing, and you could say JSON Query Array extracts an array of JSON values. Oh, maybe you could do it here. Yep. BigQuery JSON array size. Can you get the length of it? Length of JSON array field. Oh, see, these people are freaking writing. These people are writing JavaScript UDFs array length. Oh God, I don't want to split. But it's not going to work, yeah. Oh. JSON extract array. That's different than what I had been doing. What does this even give you? Is it, this is super confusing. This actually might work. JSON length. Oh, sorry, array length. Array. Yeah, okay, so most of them would be 1, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that means it's actually working or not. Let's do 20. Well, okay, so I guess almost all of them are going to be 1 less. This is hilarious if this works. Where that is greater than 1. Yeah, this is wild. Rad but not bad if this works. That is really funny. I guess you could make a UDF out of it. You could, this could be your, yo. I think that did work. Look, that has a hole. That has a hole. I don't know what the heck is going on here. That's a crazy census. I guess they made like the wharfs into a census block. That has a hole. Oh, because I guess they don't include the water in the census block, so that has a hole. Wow, gold star for that idea. That did work. How much is this? This is not great because this has to definitely scan the whole thing. 14 megs is still not so bad, but I'm gonna put that in the query hall of fame. ST-num interior rings alternative. I wonder if I could format this better. I don't even know what the proper SQL convention to format that is. I guess something like that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. And then that, I said it was like 14 megs. Hilarious. Hilarious. So you could make a UDF out of that, as crazy as it would be. Let me close some tabs over here. All right. How many have a hole? So what did they say? They said 43. I said, well, I didn't count these. I have 161. Oh, geometry N. Oh. Yeah, okay. I think that I'm not handling this situation about multi-polygons or something. Yeah. So, okay, I have a little more work to do there to get it right because there's probably ones that are multi-polygons and I'm probably treating those as if they have a hole because they look like an extra dimensional array. That's probably why all these wharfs and piers and stuff show up because those are like probably multi-polygons. Like this guy, what the heck is that? Yeah. All right, anyway, that's cool. Do we do the total length? Right, like a multi-polygon could have a hole, but it also could just be like this. Like this is a multi-polygon, but yeah, the way it gets represented in GeoJSON is a little weird because they, like each, how do you say? Yeah, like each like level of geometry has like an additional level of nesting that gets introduced in how the arrays are structured, so it gets kind of screwy. I think that's what this note is saying here. This note says the st in rings function might be tempting, but it also counts the exterior rings of multi-polygons as well as the interior rings. Yeah, which we don't want to have that, obviously. So you use st geometry in. Do we have that? St geometry in? I bet there's some kind of like explode or something. Make polygon. Yeah, I don't know if you have, like, if you have a multi-polygon, I don't know how you get the, like, nth one. I guess you could, oh, geez, yeah, I don't know. You could do similar kind of crazy JSON shenanigans about that one, too. I wonder if it's possible to do, yeah, I don't know. I would have to look into whether it's possible to do those kind of things in JavaScript, because that would certainly be, like, if you could write a BigQuery UDF for that kind of stuff in JavaScript, that would certainly be easier than doing all this crazy string shenanigans or whatever. You could do it contains or something. Yeah. Oh, right. Well, yeah, you could just like regex match the string that it doesn't say multi-polygon or something like that, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't really matter. It's kind of an idle thing. What is the JSON representation of the boundary? Oh, well, I don't really care about that because my whole thing is built on Geojson. So like the way this whole thing works is that when it submits the job, it like waits for the job to finish, and then when it's finished, it goes out to BigQuery, starts to download the results, and if there's a geography column, it converts that to GeoJSON. And so that's how we were like rendering them here. So that's fun. How many polygons are in the West Village multi-polygon? Yeah, see, this is what we don't have is num. We don't have a lot. They actually don't have a lot of stuff. It's actually a little surprising. Oh, here's in points. Yeah, but number of points doesn't help. That's like not number of geometries. Yeah, so that's not super helpful. All right. Anyway, what is the length of the streets in New York summarized by type? Okay, so they have a. Can you do like a star? Can you do like properties dot star? Oh wait, let me get the name back. NYC streets. Type. They have a thing called type. There's steps. There's things called steps. Okay. What's the length? I'm just curious the count, actually. Count. I don't know. ID. NY streets. Group by type. I don't know. I'm curious what happens when you do the scan. I'm curious what happens when you do a count in terms of how BigQuery attributes that. Oh wait, whoops, I didn't get the type. Like basically if you just do count, select count star comma blah, does it still actually scan all the columns or do you get a break on that? Okay, we have 7 steps, a handful of trunks, footways, primary service, a lot of motorways, tertiary and secondary. I assume this probably came out of OSM at the like whenever they generated it, but who knows? So what do they say? What is the length summarized by type? So you could just do st length, geometry. Yeah, okay, whatever, a bunch of numbers. Cool. All right, here's where it's gonna get, okay, equals, I don't really care. Yeah, equality, not that interesting. Here we go, intersections, that's cool. Intersections, disjoint, blah, 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 crossing, overlapping. These are cool diagrams about how those work. All right. Yeah, this is cool. Select. Okay. What do they say? Name st as text geometry from NYC subway stations. Where oh wait, god dang. See, this is getting me every single time. Maybe I should just hoist those. Hoist them to the top level. Oh god, same thing. Yeah, okay. So what they're saying here is to just like plug that back in, which is not that interesting to me. I guess I could. Yeah, okay. Name, geometry. So what they want to do is just like type it in. Where st intersects geometry st geog from text. Oh god, it's so hard to type in this tiny box. Don't need that. Where? I have to make this wider, sorry. So what do they want? Neighborhood? The neighborhood that the Broad Street subway station is in. What did I do? Oh, NYC subway neighborhoods. NYC neighborhoods. Oh wait, I don't want the text of the geometry. I just want the actual geometry. Financial district, it says. There we go. Yep, okay. That's good. All right, that's about what we expected. Touches. Within contains. Oh yeah, that's cool. So D within NYC streets, ST, D within geometry, that, and then I guess this is probably in meters. Let's do 200 meters. Oh, that's cool. All the ones within 200 meters of Broad Street subway station. Where actually is that? Yeah, okay, whatever. We can verify on a map. Yeah. Nassau, Wall, and Broad. Oh, yeah. It's here. Oh, it doesn't show on the Doesn't show on the Mapbox base map. That seems like a missed opportunity. Show those transit stations on there. All right, so that's cool. And that part, so that's like just I guess a quick run through of all the basic like geom predicates. And BigQuery does have pretty good representation on those. You got predicates here: contains, covered, covers, disjoint, within, within, intersects. I don't know what intersects box is, but something. So that we have, so that's good. So I think the next bit hopefully is going to get into like joins, which is really the interesting stuff. Spatial relationships, yeah, okay. Okay, so, exercises. What is the geometry value for the street named Atlantic Commons? Okay, well, whatever. I should really, I gotta figure out how to make this shorter. Select star from there where properties name equals Atlantic Commons. Yeah, there it is. I assume that's it. Atlantic Commons, aptly named. Where is that? That's in Brooklyn. Oh yeah, by the Barclays Center. Sick. What neighborhood and borough is it in? So this, yeah, okay, see, this is because they haven't taught you joins, so they're making you do all this shenanigans where you type it out. Well, screw that. I'm going to join it. Let's just do the join because we know how to do that. So, obviously, hold on a second, I got to respond to something. Sorry, 1 second. All right, there we go. Yeah, okay, so they say, what neighborhood and borough is Atlantic Commons in? So obviously the thing here is to join, and let's do it. We can figure that out. I don't need the tutorial to teach me. So select star from blah, blah, blah. And I actually haven't done a join, but I think that it's fine. Like, you just do it from streets, join NYC neighborhoods. And this part I'm interested to mess around with because I'm very curious to see how this affects like the runtime and the scan size of the queries on. Okay, so let's call this ST and let's call this, let's do SQL style and we'll just do one letter variables. So streets S, join neighborhoods N on ST contains, which way, I don't know, I can't remember the order. If no point in geography 2 is outside, so okay, so it contains the outer comma inner, so N comma S, where S dot that, and I need to get S dot star, or no, I want to get N dot star. Is that, did I write that query? Nope. No matching signature. Oh, sorry. N dot geometry. S dot geometry. There it is. Sick. See, that's pretty cool. So what is this? This would be N dot properties. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think I should explode the columns, even though it's not like valid GeoJSON, maybe. Fort Greene. Is that Fort Greene? I guess so. I don't know my NYC geography well enough. I mean, they say it is, so I guess it must be. Yeah. Hey, sick. Nice. Fort Greene Park. Oh, yeah, duh. That's Fort Greene Park? Yep. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, let's go see. I'm curious to see how much this one scans. I guess it should just basically be all of the streets and all of the neighborhoods, although that's interesting that only... That only processes 3.7 megs. How much is it just to process just everything in streets? Or let's say star from streets. Oh, okay. So streets by itself. Okay, yeah. So I think it basically probably scans both of them is the short answer. Okay. Atlantic Commons, what neighborhood? What streets does Atlantic Commons join with? Oh, like which ones does it touch? So you could join that to itself. Select. I would do this. I would do it A, B on STD within A geometry, B geometry. So that's joined into itself, and like they're within, you know, a meter. Where A, and then I want to get all the B's. Let's see. Is that right? Did I do that right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess I got it in itself. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Approximately how many people live on within 50 meters of Atlantic Commons? That's cool. So that would be the census blocks. So let's do streets, S, NYC, census blocks, B, where STD within S, census blocks within 50 meters, sure. Where street name is Atlantic Commons. Select some, I have to do the cast again. Some cast pop total as int 64. I think that's right. So I'm going to join streets to census blocks. Oops. Oh, b.properties. I'm going to join streets to census blocks and get all the ones that are within 50 meters of Atlantic Commons. Actually, hold on. I'm thinking about this more. Let's run this. I'm not sure that's the right way to join that, to write that join or not. It says 1438. What do they say? They say 1438. Okay. Well, that's how I did it too. Yeah, I guess that works. Okay. Sick. Spatial joins. There we go. This is, we've been cheating, and we cheated and peeked ahead, so we've been doing spatial joins already. Using a spatial, okay, in the previous we explored relationships, we extracted the point and then we pasted it back in basically. Yeah, that's obviously very tedious. But now we can do it dynamically. So what do we do? Subway name, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's super cool. We could have even joined every single one. And you can use spatial predicates to make joins, which is sick. Combination of a join with a group by provides the kind of analysis usually done in a GIS system. For example, what's the population and racial makeups in the neighborhoods of Manhattan? Yeah, what is the population? Okay, let's get the... So if I want total population by borough, basically. Well, I guess I have borough name. They already have a borough name, so that's like cheating a little bit, but they want you to do it with the spatial. Yeah, so what we get here is Yeah, I mean, because I guess we could have just grouped them. B. I don't even need a join for this. Actually, hold on. I'm going to back up and... What does this one run? Oops. $15 megs. Okay. That's an interesting one. All right, what was I gonna do? Oh, I was just gonna do the crude way of grouping. I'm just curious to see census blocks B group by oh god dang it, same old thing. Borough name. Oh, so it doesn't have a borough name. Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. That's why. I should have trusted them that I needed to do this. Let's see. Let me click on one over here. Sorry, this map is freaking hard to see. Oh, wait, they do have borough name. Did I do it wrong? I see census blocks. Field borough. Oh, I typed it wrong. That's why. That's why. Oh my god, embarrassing. Typo. Oh yeah, there we go. So which one's biggest? Let's see. Order by. Wait. I think I did this one already actually. Pop as. Man, another thought I have when I do this is like, if there's any way. Oh, so Brooklyn is biggest, then Queens, then Manhattan, Bronx, Staten Island. I'm wondering now if there's any way to do this so that the query box is horizontal and the map is like below it, because like having this so narrow is really annoying. Like, I guess this one's not that much wider, but it's tough because I have the font blown up for the stream, obviously, so it's like a little harder even to see the normal, but. Okay, so they want to do it by neighborhood. That's why. Interesting. Sorry, I'm getting very hungry and losing my focus here. Okay, so I could have done this without spatial join because borough name. I could have done it for borough because borough name's on there, but I couldn't have done it for neighborhood because the census blocks don't have neighborhood on them. Yeah, very cool. So I could do this. Okay. Let's do this from census blocks. I'm just going to do total. I'm just going to do a simpler one. Total population by neighborhood in Manhattan. Let's do that. Okay, so from blocks B, join neighborhoods in on ST intersects. Should it be intersects contains? I guess contains. Yeah, because the census, well, yeah, I guess you can get picky about how you attribute a census block that crosses a neighborhood, but let's just do contains. B.geometry, or sorry, in B.geometry, group by B.in.properties. Name, yeah, okay. I've decided. I'm hoist hoist feature properties to top level rather than forcing nesting. Handle collisions somehow, probably by prepending underscores. Yeah, okay. That's just, I think that'll be so much nicer to just be able to say like in.name instead of in.properties.name. I think that will be a happier time. All right, anyway, let's get rid of this. Okay, so I want in.properties name sum of the population from blocks join neighborhoods. Group by in name. Okay, that might be right. Oh, I said I was going to do Manhattan. Where in dot borough name equals Manhattan. Oh, whoops, that has to go up here. Where does that have to go? I guess that has to go here. I never remember the order of those things. Oh god, there it is again. Yeah, okay, that has gotta go. I gotta make that work somehow. The properties thing is just too annoying. Okay, Upper East Side, most populous. Then Upper West Side, Washington Heights, Harlem, Lower East Side. Yeah, that's cool. Super cool. Let's get the top. Let's actually view the top. I don't know, 10 or something. How many are there? There's 28. Let's view the top 10. And geometry. Limit 10. Oh, wait. Oh, group by. I guess you have to put that in the. Can you group by a geometry? That's confusing. I guess that's valid. Oh, yeah, grouping. Oh man, that's a bummer. So you can't get if you group, you can't do a group and get the geometry out, I guess. I guess what you would have to do is some kind of subquery thing. BigQuery subquery, can you do that? Subqueries in standard SQL. So you'd have to do the run, I'd have to run one query to get the names and populations of the top 10, then I have to join them back and get the geometry, I guess. I don't know about that. Let's see. So I'd have to basically nest this whole thing. So I have to go back to what I had before that was working. Can I make this work? I don't know. Array, expression. Oh, that's like a column. I don't really want that. Volatile. Oh, width. Maybe width is better. Yeah, width sounds better. Width pops as. Sorry, I could go back to this. With thing as blah. Select blah, and you can join and stuff like that then. Okay. With pops as all that mess. Join. Select star from NYC neighborhoods in join in, or sorry, join pops on pops.property or props.name. Boy, this one's getting to be gnarly. Equals in.properties.name. There's no way this is correct. There's no way this is valid SQL. Oh my god. Wow, it did. Okay. That's actually surprising to me, but yeah. Those are big ones. I guess that's why those are so populous. They're big. Interesting. Wild. All right, well, that's a nasty one. Only 12 megs. Format that. All right, that's actually pretty cool. And what did I say it was? $11. So you could, okay, so you get 5 terabytes a month for free. So that one is 11 megs. So you could run that 10 times would be 100. 100 times would be a gig. 1,000 times, wait, 100 times would be a gig. 1,000 times would be 10 gigs. 100,000 times would be a terabyte. So you could run that query 500,000 times for free in a month, which is pretty good. Would not be so unhappy with that. I think where this stuff really starts to kill you is like if you want to do like, cause they, you know, if you want to query like big public data sets, like they put OpenStreetMap in here, and if you want to query that, you know, it's like, okay, now you're, I don't know, where is OpenStreetMap? Can I find it? OpenStreetMap. Planet features. Oh, they have it broken. So they have it broken down. Let's see. Points. Planet features points. Let's see. If you just queried this one. Yeah. See, that's 22 gigs in a go. One go. And then, you know, and you, even if you like limit, you can't really. That's really the worst thing about BigQuery is like the fact that you can't use a limit to chop it down. And I know like the reason is because like they're doing, it's all distributed, and so you can't like you might have to scan each subpartition in order to get the full number back, even if that's all you pull at the end. So they can't really like pre-limit it, but that would really be the killer BigQuery feature if you could use a limit somehow. But anyway, interesting. All right. I don't know. So that's kind of cool. This is not bad. So far, sorry, I think I might start to wind it down here. I don't know that I'm going to have time today to go through all this stuff, but this is progress. I think what we learned so far is this is actually pretty good. Like this thing is pretty good. The fact that I could upload all this mess in here. Sorry, let me put this back to normal size. Yeah. Let me turn this crazy mess back on. The fact that I could upload some shape files in here and then just sync it, and then it's all in BigQuery. You can go query, you can use it like if it was your own database, more or less. That is cool. I think that idea and that model is going to be good. The spatial functions are not quite as robust and as extensive as PostGIS, unsurprisingly. Like obviously they're missing certain things and blah, blah, blah. And then I have some things I could do here to just like make the UX a little bit better. Mostly, I think this biggest one after working with these more is like the properties thing. If I smush those properties somewhere, that'll make a big difference. If I could figure out some way to make the table naming somehow better, that would be great, but I don't really know what I would even do there. I have to continue to think about that one. Oh, and then the types would be a big one too. So the types are tricky because like basically in BigQuery in BigQuery everything has to be a homogeneous type. Like each column has to be homogeneous, and so in my thing I don't necessarily enforce that. Like in Contour I don't enforce a rigid schema. So I'm gonna have to sort of handle that somehow by upcasting things as necessary to find like a common parent type, when they have to. So that'll be interesting. But for things that don't have mixed type, I think I could do it and it would be good. What is this? This is cool. Is that Madison Square Park? Do they have Gramercy Park? No footpaths in Gramercy, but they have footpaths in Madison Square Park. Oh, they got the old Shake Shack. That's cool. Yeah, anyway. Pretty neat. Sorry I was still having some network problems. I just can't get this thing. I'm going to have to maybe replace my router or my modem or something, but that is still being a headache. But thanks for anybody who stopped by. I will be back next week, hopefully with a better, more stable bitrate, and we'll continue hacking on this in the meantime. If anybody's interested in... So this is actually deployed. This is live. The only problem is like I'm waiting to get my OAuth approval from the Google... I have to submit the Google OAuth app for approval because I use the BigQuery OAuth scopes and stuff. So I'm waiting on that. And so in the meantime, no one else can use it unless I add you to my like tester whitelist. So if anyone, yeah, I've been, Red But Not Bad says you only stream once a week. When I first started doing it, I was doing it more. And then lately I've been doing once a week. Friday I do pretty consistently. And sometimes if I can, I will squeeze in like another session, just some random day as I have time. But I've been kind of like hit or miss on that. I guess if I do, it's probably usually maybe Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon or something. But yeah, if anybody's interested in playing around with this, reach out, PM me on Twitch or something, and I can add you to the tester list, and then you could get in here and use it. But until then, unfortunately, no one else will be able to use it. Until I get my OAuth approval. So that's where I'm at now. But yeah, thank you, Rad But Not Bad, for stopping by. Always a pleasure. You had some good SQL tips in there. That was good. I'm gonna read up more on this UDF stuff because that's a whole part of BigQuery I haven't really explored yet. I think you can write them in JavaScript somehow, but I don't have any idea what that actually entails and stuff. Anyway, super cool. Good luck, everybody. Have a good weekend. We'll see y'all next week, hopefully. Yeah, maybe I'll get in here and do a earlier stream. My hope here is if I get this thing working and get the UX and stuff a little bit refined, I would love to be able to do workshop style things with it, like a GIS spatial SQL workshop, and have people come in here and try it out. I think that would be really cool, but I'm not quite there yet, I think. So baby steps. All right, that's it. Peace. See y'all later.